In this weekly Forex focus, we're going to talk about the US dollar index, Euro USD, NZD USD, WTI or crude oil, and lastly, we're going to talk about the volatility index. Welcome to my channel once again. This is Macro Market FX. We'll be covering these 5 pairs I've mentioned earlier. I'll be covering the technical analysis down to the COT report, and lastly, we're going to look at the weekly news ahead. So by starting, we're going to start with the US dollar index, whereby this pair we are looking for sell positions, and we have been selling this pair since the 1st of March on 107, and right now, and our take profit target was at the 94, whereby it is heading to a take profit target. We have been holding this pair since March, and currently now we're in July, and last week we said that we was looking for retracement, whereby price push back at the 97, whereby this was our area where we will be keeping our sell positions again down to the 94. So for those who have missed this pair since 107, there's an opportunity at the 97. You're going to sell this price until to the 94, whereby this is going to be our main take profit target. It is our main take profit target, whereby when prices reaches here, we'll continue looking at the macroeconomic aspects and see what the prices follow. We'll be looking at central bank policy, and all these things will help us to enable us to know the direction of the dollar. And our second pair today we're going to look at is the Euro USD. As you know, the Euro USD, guys, the Euro USD correlate with the DXY. Whenever you are buying the Euro USD, means that you are selling the DXY. Whenever you are buying the DXY, means that you are selling the Euro USD. So we also in this pair we're looking for buy positions, whereby we've been buying this pair since March, as we did on the DXY, whereby our main take profit target was 1.20 around here, 1.20, 1.20 around this area, 1.20. This is our main take target, whereby last week we are looking for a retracement since last week around this area of 1.15, whereby price is still at 1.16. So we'll be waiting for price to come back to we'll be waiting for price to come back to 1.15, whereby you're going to place our buy entries until to 1.20. This is going to be our projection on the Euro USD. So on the DXY, you're going to look for entries around the 97, whereby on the Euro USD, you're going to wait for price to come back until to 1.15. Then you're going to place our buy entries till to 1.20, whereby this is going to be at our main take profit target. Let's take a look at the other pair. Let's take a look at the NZD USD, guys. NZD USD have been a very good pair lately. That's why I've added it to our watch list. And you'll see in the COT report where I'm saying this pair is a good pair currently to watch. Currently, the price now is at 0.60220, whereby we are looking for buy entries on this pair. This pair is a long-term buy. We are looking for buy entries until to 0.62250, whereby here we are going to look for entries around the 0.59, 0.59270, whereby we are looking for price to come back until this area here. When price comes back around this area, this is going to be a buy position, and we're going to take it all along to the 0.662250. As I said earlier, the Euro USD, you're looking for buy position. This is likely to the NZD USD, and the DXY dollar, you're looking for sell position. So we are going to wait for price to reach this area, as I said, 0.59270, and we're going to buy up to 0.6250. This is the NZD USD, and we're going to look for other pair. We're going to look for the WTI, guys, the oil. Some can call it US oil, some can call it crude oil. All, all, all are names which are used in the market. Let's look at the WTI. This is WTI. Remember last week on our weekly projection, we were saying that we was looking for price to break around this price here, of 667.30. Yes, price came and break this area. This is a weekly time frame. Right now we are looking for entries which we are going to take it along the first entry of 72. 72, 72. This is going to be our first take profit target, and when it breaks the retest, you're going to take it all along to the other take profit target. But right now we are mastering the 72, which is going to be our main take profit target. Our main take profit target on the 72. You see, price came back at our area, this big bearish candle, and retested around here, around the 66, and price broke here. So we are So this is a buy position until this first take profit of 70. We are going to break and retest, and we are going to continue to the next to the next take profit target. As you also know, last week there were news about the 50 tariffs which the President Trump, the U.S. president, placed on the Brazil copper. So copper aligned with oil, but this is a market sentiment over the long run. Everything will settle. So that's why I'm still bullish on oil. I know we are still in the summertime. This is a big bullish on oil. So this is a big opportunity to continue buying the oil. We are bullish since the price was at 610. It went to 76. This was due to the geopolitical issues, but price came back at an area where I'm still looking for a bullish scenario on this oil. On the oil, so his entries here, entries around here, market price, and you're going to take it around to 72. But those who are long-term investors, just hold it until to 79 until to 79. Lastly, this week we're going to look at the WTI. Sorry, we're going to look at the VIX volatility index. I know some traders who trade this pair, so this is the opportunity. Whereby the volatility index, I'm looking for a sell position. Whereby I'll be selling this pair until to the 11.92. Currently now, the price is at 16 point. The market price is at 16.35 here around here. So you're looking to sell it until around here. Let me enlarge the screens so you can see it very clear. Currently the market is around here, has been going down. The volatility, that's why you see there's some calmness in the market on many pairs like the gold. When the volatility is high, you see a strong movement of pairs like the gold due to volatility oriented pairs. But currently right now the volatility is low, so there's no movement on this pair. So it's a huge opportunity to sell this pair. And don't forget, when you're selling the volatility, the broker always pay you interest swaps. For those that doesn't understand what are interest swaps, there's a video, and I'll keep the video on my bio of understanding what kind of brokers you must invest your money in trading platforms. So also the WTI. The WTI, when you're buying, the broker will always pay you interest swaps. It depends on a lot, but the DXY, the USD, and the NZD, the broker, you pay the broker due to the difference in interest rates between those two countries. So these are my pairs which I'll be looking this week, and I want you to take a look at them. I've given you the entry and the exit price. So now let's cover the COT report. COT report of this week. Let's take a look at the USD index. This USD index, this green line, this is the large speculators. When we mean about large speculators, we mean about the big banks, the big market players, what they are doing in the market, how they are placing their base in the market due to how they look at the market from the macroeconomic approach down to the technical. Right now, this week latest report on the US dollar index, it is below the zero, which means that they are selling the US dollar index, but they have decreased their contracts a little bit to negative 4,033, but they're still below the zero. So this is a big sell, still is a big sell for the dollar. That's why we continue seeing the US dollar index going down, the USD going up, like to the NZD. Let's take a look at the true USD index. This is the true USD index, whereby you're going to look what the large speculators are doing in the market. As a big banks, you see the true USD index, they're decreasing their positions on the dollar, means they're selling the dollar. There are a lot of liquidity, a lot of cash will be on selling the dollar. This will also affect in the market. As you have seen there, the list this week they continue selling the dollar. Right now they have bit decreased their position, but they're still below the zero, as you can see. So this means that also in the market the dollar will continue being weak. As you can see, guys, whenever they are buying the dollar, these people have got a lot of liquidity, so this will have their movement, their liquidity also affect the price movement. You see, when they're buying the dollar, you see what was happening in the US dollar index. When they start selling, like you see what was happening, all this movement here, and look at how they were selling this, how their liquidity was in the market. So these large speculators, they're big market players. So let's look at the euro. Let's take a look at the euro also. Okay, you see the euro, what the large speculators, the big market players are doing, they are buying the euro futures, they're buying the euro, which what will it mean to the market? That's why the euro USD is an uptrend. You see the US dollar index they're selling, while the euro futures they are buying. So that's mean the euro USD is an uptrend. You see, whenever they see they were selling, the market was still down. When they start buying, It's also affect the market. That's why you see this big uptrend over the long run. Currently, what has happened in the euro, and this week they have increased their positions. Right now, there's a negative one one thirty one 117 122K. That's why we'll continue seeing a big movement on the US on the euro USD due to the what is happening to the large speculators. You see the euro they're buying. I've seen you see the true USD index. What are they doing the true USD index? Let's take a look once again. They are selling. So what you will expect on the USD, you will expect a big buy on the USD. USD index will expect a big sell on the USD index. They are selling this USD, and this is due to the macroeconomic approach, guys. You must know what the macroeconomic approach. Macroeconomic approach enables you to know what will happen in the market before anything happens. So this is something which I'll get you to learn a lot. Let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. So we'll also be talking about the NZD and the USD. Let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar futures. See what the big players, big market movers are doing in the market. Okay, NZD dollar futures. You see, they were short. They were maxed out. They were completely short on this pair, and they started buying. See what happened here? Things start changing. See when they are continue buying, price was going up until right now they are above the zero. Mean that the official long on this pair means that they are buying this pair. A lot of liquidity is at buying this pair compared to selling this pair. So what does it mean to the market? As I showed you earlier, the USD index they are selling. This UNZD futures they're buying. So this is what I said earlier on the technical analysis that we are expecting a big buy position on the ZD on the ZD. Okay, let's take a look at the other thing. Let's take a look at the energies sector. Let's look at the WTI crude oil. We were looking at WTI crude oil. Well, this week there's a slightly sell on the WTI due to what was happening to current last week in news. That's what says slightly sell. So I was expecting price will consolidate around that area, but due to that it's still above zero. Price is still above zero, so there will still be an uptrend on the WTI. Lastly, let's take a look at the volatility. Guys, as a trader, you must know all the volatility movement. Volatility are the one who govern the market trends. What are the VIX doing in the market? Guys, look, the large speculators are selling the VIX. That's what I've said in the technical analysis preview on the VIX chart that you will be selling the VIX till to the 11 price of 11. See price of 11. See when they start selling the VIX, they're selling the VIX. See what the market was doing. Market was coming down. They're selling the VIX. Market was coming down. So this is likely what happened in the market position. So we'll be also selling the VIX. Lastly, guys, let's take a look at the news ahead. As a trader, you must know what the news governing the week ahead. So this weekly ahead, you're going to look at the news, which are special news. You're going to look at the Monday, I've got the Chinese balance trade, a great news to watch out. You've got the OPEC on Tuesday, OPEC MR, weekly news to look at. You've got the retail sales, US retail sales. This is one among the large indicators showing the US growth, the US movement due to the consumer, whereby if the consumer confidence are spending a lot, it means that the US economy is strong. If the consumers are decreasing their spending, it means that the economy is decreasing. So this will also affect the market. It will also affect its currency. This is what you see in the market. Okay. Okay, you're going to look at the now you're going to look at the GDP2. It's a GDP is US GDP2 estimates will be shown on Tuesday. Okay, you're going to on when okay. And lastly, there's industrial PMI, Euro industrial PMIs. There's a great news to watch out is the US CPI. US CPI. This is a great news. Everybody must watch out. The CPI is the one which is used by the Federal Reserve for the interest rate cuts. As you can see, the US are expecting two interest cuts, but during the end of this year. So this CPI enables to show the movement of the US economy. There's also the Canadian CPI, great news to traders must watch out. On Wednesday, there's the UK CPI, great news. Traders must watch out. Industrial production of the US, great news. Investors must watch. There's Japanese balance of trade, great news. Australian unemployment, great news, which everybody should watch out. And Friday there is the Japanese CPI also, great news. That great news that investors should follow and the trader you must know. So this weekly news, I need you to watch this new key news. You must look at the US CPI. You must know its retail sales. There's the UK CPI. Also, there's the job report, unemployment job report of the UK. Great news you should watch. China trade and GDP. Great news to watch. Australian job report and CPI from Canada and Japan. These are the news I want you to take a look, a quick eye on the weekly ahead. So these are the pairs which we're going to look at this week, the coming week. So as a trader, you must know what is happening to market. You must know what are the volatility doing in the market. Of course, the volatility is the one who govern the price movement in the market, as I said earlier. So thank you for your time watching this video, and please don't forget to like my video, comment, so we must grow this macro market community. And also don't forget to subscribe to my video, and please watch my other videos to see how I look at the market from a macroeconomic aspects. And please don't forget to share this video to other communities so that they may understand the market from a banking type of view. Here is what I do. And please, lastly, don't forget to and lastly, please don't forget to subscribe to my video. And please, if you want to work with me, don't forget to message me at my Apple click. And please don't forget to message me via my email. Thank you and have a great week.